Hey guys, today we're going to talk about my gut nightmare, all the things that I did, all the things that I tried, and then finally what really worked. But before I do that, I got to go to the bathroom. 2 hours later. Okay, much better. I'm going to take a moment now and we're going to get serious and talk about my gut nightmares. So my gut nightmares began in 2017. In about the spring of 2017, I began having symptoms, gut issues. I developed cramping, gut pain, gut rumbling, gas, and liquid stools on a daily basis. The symptoms of IBS. And for those of you who have IBS, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have any kind of gut issue, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what it's like. You know the agony and the embarrassment of gut issues. And so I was going to the bathroom 7 to 10 times a day, liquid stool. And in this video, when I say liquid stool, that means diarrhea. And we're talking about crap in this video, so if you're uncomfortable with the topic of crap, then you might want to click off. But if you have gut issues and you're okay with talking about crap, then this is the video for you. It's no coincidence that I have brown on in this video because we're talking about crap. With the symptoms that have developed, my social life began to go downhill because I didn't want to be around people, especially with all of these symptoms that I was developing. Very embarrassing. I never knew when I needed to go to the bathroom. And so when people would call me or want to go out, family or friends, most of the time I declined. Or when I did say yes, I made sure it was for a short time and I had to know where all the bathrooms were. I was that kind of person. I had to know where every bathroom was because I knew within time I was going to be going there. And at this time, I was like farting all the time. It was really embarrassing. So dating was out of the picture at this time. So no dating, social life was spare, really embarrassing, really a difficult time. And I would remember, no matter what I ate, within 5 minutes to a half an hour, I was running to the bathroom with all of the symptoms, the gas, the bloating, the cramping, the liquid stools. So I started stressing about this. I was starting to think, what's going on here? Most of my life I've been healthy. I only have these issues now and then, but now it's chronic. Now it's every single day that I have these issues, that I have these symptoms. And I was stressing over it. And you guys who have gut issues, you could sympathize with me. I could sympathize with you. You know what it's like every day, waking up, no matter what gut issue you have, they're all similar in ways. There's gut pain, there's usually irregular stools, there's cramping, bloating, gas, not able to really eat, don't know what to eat, don't know what's going to trigger symptoms. And so you're really playing like a Russian roulette kind of game when you have any kind of GI condition. I was starting to think, I have to do something about this. I'm having these symptoms all the time. What am I going to do? Well, I don't know about you, but I was brought up in a holistic family to where we don't take medicine or go to the doctor unless it's absolutely necessary. We first try holistic approaches, like changing your diet or taking a certain supplement. And so that's what I decided to do, just based off the top of my head. I decided, you know what? There's a good chance I need to start taking probiotics and digestive enzymes. And so that's where this journey began on trying to correct the problem. So I got some probiotics, I got some digestive enzymes, and I began taking those. And I took them for about 2 weeks, and 2 weeks is long enough for something to begin to really kick in. Whether it's a medicine or whether it's an herbal supplement, 2 weeks, you should start to notice a difference. Well, after 2 weeks of taking these, I really didn't notice any difference. All the symptoms, all the nasty, embarrassing symptoms that I had prior to taking these supplements, I continued to have. And so I was thinking, well, this ain't really working. Maybe I need to add something to it. And so, off the top of my head, I decided to get a detox to cleanse. I thought, there's probably all these toxins in me. That's what's causing my gut issues. So I'm going to get a cleanse. And I also got this powder that's called GI Complete. And I was taking all of that every day. I was taking the probiotics, the enzymes, the GI Complete, and the like total body cleanse. I was taking that. And a few weeks went by after this, but I continued to have gut issues. It didn't resolve my issues. In fact, some days I felt like it was worse. These pills that I was taking was making my symptoms even worse, that it wasn't helping it. And so at this time, my life continued to go downhill. Anytime friends wanted to go out, I declined. Family wanted to go out, I declined. When I was at work, I was, people probably knew what was going on, or they were thinking, why is he going to the bathroom? He just went. But I was going to the bathroom. I wasn't being productive at work. I wasn't able to hang out and have a social life, all because of these nasty symptoms. And if you're in this same boat, I feel for you. My heart goes out to you. And then next, I remember ordering this supplement on Amazon that was called IBS Solution. And I thought, well, IBS Solution, this has got to be good. There was good reviews on it. And so I ordered this, and I remember there was one Saturday that I decided to take it. And the bottles recommended taking 2, but I always take less than what they recommend. So I started with 1 pill. I took 1 pill, and about a few hours later, I had the worst gut pain of my entire life. My intestine was so inflamed and so agitated that I just kept going to the bathroom. And after a few times, I had the urge to go to the bathroom. Nothing was able to come out, but I just kept having that deep pain and feeling like I gotta go, but I wasn't able to go after a few times. And it was just awful, awful. I almost went to the hospital, to the emergency room. The pain was so bad. Every 5 minutes, I was on the commode. It was hideous. And so those pills didn't work at all. Thankfully, I was able to send them back for a refund. But those pills did not help at all, period. And so at this point, I'm really getting frustrated. I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm taking this stuff. It's not working. What am I going to do? And so like many of you, maybe, I got on the internet. I got on Google. You can go on Google or WebMD, look up stuff. And sometimes that's the worst thing you can do when you have symptoms is look it up on there, because you'll just get 1,000 different avenues you can take, or you'll begin to think you have things that you don't, and your mind will just race and you have more and more anxiety. But I decided to do that. And so when I did that, one of the number one things that came up was Candida. I don't know if you're familiar with that. A lot of you in the holistic field know about that, but the computer talked about, Google said about Candida. I might have Candida. And I looked at the symptoms of Candida, and my symptoms were like right on. But the thing about the Candida diet is it's difficult to get rid of it. You have to go on a diet, a strict diet, where there's no sugar, low carbs, no dairy. All that feeds the Candida. And you have to take these supplements. You have to take probiotics to build up your good bacteria in your stomach. And you have to take supplements to kill the bad guys, to kill the yeast off. And so I studied it. I said, oh, you know what? I think this is the answer. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get on this diet. I'm going to get on it for a few months, because all the information I read said it takes about 90 days to really get a hold of Candida. I'm going to get on the diet. I'm going to take the supplements religiously, and I'm going to kick this, and I'm going to get my life back. I'm going to heal my gut issues. So I got on the diet. It was tough. Everyone around me was eating normal food, having a good time. I was eating this funny diet, not able to eat most normal foods, and took the supplements. So I did that, and I did that for 3 months. But at the end of those 3 months, I wasn't better. I still had nasty symptoms. I still had all the gut issues, but this time lost more weight because of the diet I was on, and I wasn't able to hold anything up. I was always going to the bathroom, still going to the bathroom 7 to 10 times a day. On a bad day, 12 times a day, liquid stools. After that, I thought, well, maybe I don't have Candida. Maybe there's something else going on because I'm doing this and it's not really helping. So after that, I got on the dairy and gluten bandwagon. And a lot of you might be on that too. I got on that bandwagon because as I looked up more stuff on the internet, it said that most GI issues are from dairy and gluten intolerances. But the interesting thing is, if you read any religious text, if you read the Bible, bread and dairy are big parts of human life, of eating. In the Bible, the number one food that's talked about in the Bible is bread. Anytime they sat down to eat, they ate bread. Jesus ate a lot of bread. And as far as dairy goes, God told the Israelites, I'm bringing you to a land of milk and honey. He didn't say I'm bringing you to a land of, vegetables and honey or, whatever else. He said that. So bread and dairy, gluten and dairy are mentioned a lot in the Bible. But yet today we demonize them and we can't touch them and they're of the devil and all this stuff. And yet I bet you, whoever is watching me, your parents, or especially your grandparents and great-grandparents, they would have consumed gluten and dairy on a daily basis. And I'd bet you that you didn't hear anything of them having gut issues. But if you did hear that they had gut issues, we're going to find out coming up here soon why they had gut issues, and we're going to find out why I had all these gut issues and why you do too. So I eliminated those 2 food groups out of my diet. And you don't realize until you eliminate these foods how much that knocks down your options of eating. There's so many foods that contain gluten. Bread and crackers and cereals and grain cereals. And even a lot of foods that you don't think of them as having gluten. If you look in the back, there's trace amounts of gluten in them. And dairy. Now, I'm not a big fan of regular milk. I usually drink almond milk, but I like ice cream. I like cheese, cottage cheese, sour cream. I like a lot of foods that have dairy in them. And so this was hard. And of course, doing this, I lost more weight. My energy levels were low. I had a headache most of the time. I was moody and depressed. But thinking, I'm going to do this. If this is going to be what it takes to cure and heal my gut issues, I'm going to do it. So another few months go by on this protocol. And at the end of it all, I really didn't have anything to show for it. I still had the cramping, the chronic daily cramping, the gut pain, the gut rumbling, the gas, the liquid stools. Still had it. Yet, minus more weight, minus more money, because these diets, lifestyles, these protocols, these supplements, they're not cheap. They're expensive. And so I was out more money, I was thinner, I was sicker, I was sadder, and no symptom relief. And maybe that's you today. Maybe you've tried a few of these things that I've mentioned, and it either gave you minor relief or no relief or made you worse. But on these diets, the foods that I ate, at best, when I would go to the bathroom, it would be like mush. Okay, we're just being open here in this video. Maybe it wasn't liquid stool, but it definitely wasn't a formed stool. It definitely wasn't a healthy, a regular stool. I wasn't having them even on the diets, even on the supplements. I still wasn't having normal BMs. So there was an issue there. And these diets caused a lot of stress because it took a lot of time figuring out, what am I going to eat? What am I not going to eat? Let me look at this paper, make sure I can eat this. And the money it costs and time spent prepping all these foods, in the morning, I would be in the kitchen for like a good half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, getting these foods ready, getting my breakfast ready, getting my lunch ready, thinking about supper. What's supper going to be? What's supper going to look like? And anytime my friends or family wanted to go out to eat, and I did go, and I did eat, bread or dairy or a sweet, I felt really bad. I felt really guilty. I mean, it tasted good, but I felt guilty that I ate those foods. They were off the diet. And sure enough, within a half an hour, running to the bathroom, same symptoms all over again. Now, before all these symptoms began, I was about 185 was my weight. But I got on the scale and I was down to 155 between not able to digest food, these diets, cleanses, supplements. I lost 30 pounds. I lost 30 pounds. I was like 185, 180, now I'm 155 at this point. And I was skinny, and my friends and family were saying, what's wrong with you? Why don't you get off these diets and eat regular food? Why don't you eat, some bulky stuff? And I would tell them, I try, but when I try to eat it, it tastes good, but I feel bad because I feel like it's messing my gut microbiome up. It's giving me gut dysbiosis, because that's what you learn when you study on the internet, that all these foods cause gut issues, cause gut disease. And, the cleansing and the going to the bathroom up to 10 times a day, it was really making it so that I was just skinny. I was just a stick, like a stick figure. But I didn't give up. I'm a resilient person. And so the next thing I decided was to call my PCP, my medical doctor, and get an appointment with her. So about a week went by and I got in and I went to see her. And I just opened up and I told her, like, I think I have IBS. I have all these symptoms. I have them chronically. I have them every day. And I told her I tried a few diets and supplements. Of course, she didn't really care about that. But she said, we can check you for celiac to see if you have that. And another thing, and this is really embarrassing for me and probably my lady doctor, but at this time, because I was going to the bathroom so much, I developed an anal fissure. And some of you that struggle with gut issues, you've had those, or you have one now, a fissure or a fistula. And they're painful and they're embarrassing, and it's just an awful thing. And so it was really, really embarrassing. I was there and I had to pull down my pants, not in a way that I wanted to at all. And she had to check me out up there. It was really embarrassing. And I told her, I said, I'm sorry, this is really embarrassing. And she's like, I'm a doctor. You're not the only one. Don't worry about it. But it didn't matter that she said that. I still felt awful. I still felt bad about it. And so basically all she did was said, you probably have IBS. She had me take a blood test to see if I was celiac. She gave me Bentol to take, a medication to basically slow down peristalsis and kind of slow things down. They give that to people that have IBS and issues like that. And so I went ahead and I got the blood work done. The blood work came back and it was negative. I wasn't celiac. And the medicine, I don't even know if I took it. I may have took it a few times, but it really didn't help. And so I had this anal fissure. I was watching that, make sure I don't get infected. And so going to the doctor, nothing really came of that. So that option, didn't really get me anywhere. And so a little bit more time goes on and I stumble across Dr. Berg. Maybe some of you know Dr. Berg, maybe some of you watch him. He seemed like a really smart guy, a really intelligent doctor. And so I went and watched his videos, particularly all the videos that he has on treating gut issues. I watched them all. I binge watched like all day long. And the big thing that his protocol is keto and intermittent fasting. And with that, you automatically lose weight. But I was thinking, if the keto diet would work and the intermittent fasting, I don't know if I would try that too much because I'm so skinny as I am. I decided instead of maybe eating 5 or 6 times a day, I was just going to eat 3 main meals a day. And so I went out shopping with the grocery list, bought all the keto stuff that I was allowed to eat, and got on the diet. I ate no sugar, low carbs, all the foods, the fats and proteins and vegetables that I was allowed to eat. And I did this for a good 6 months. And he had some supplements. Dr. Berg had supplements, go figure, to help along with the keto diet. When you're on keto, you have to take some supplements, some B vitamins and electrolytes and stuff like that. And so I went ahead, got on that diet, did it for about a half a year, but continued to lose weight. Got down to like 150. And noticed with the keto diet, after that amount of time, I noticed that my mood was a little bit better. My energy levels were a little better. Keto made me have some moments of like mental euphoria and some physical energy shocks. So in those ways, I felt a little bit better. But the main reason why I did it was to cure my IBS. Did not do that. I still, at the end of those 6 months, I still had the symptoms. Even though Dr. Berg said, this is going to cure you, this is going to heal you of your gut issues if you do this diet. Well, I had some benefits, and on the diet, on the better days, I had irregular stools, but on the bad days, I had liquid stools. So it didn't heal me. For it to heal me, I would have had perfect BMs, good regular BMs, no gut pain, no extra bloating or gas or anything like that. And I would be able to sometimes eat regular food, breads, carbohydrates, dairy. And I noticed when I was on this diet, like I said, my digestion wasn't great. It was maybe a little bit better. But any time that I would cheat, and we all cheat when we're on a diet at some point. You can only eat these foods so long. When I would get off, say there was an occasion, and any occasion is going to be foods that's not on your list, like a party or get together, whatever, holiday time. Got off the diet, ate those foods, horrible flare, horrible symptoms for days and days and days. And so I thought, if I'm on the diet, it's hard to be on the diet. I have IBS, but it's a little less. I get off the diet, it's worse. So I was like stuck between, a wall and a hard place. I was like stuck in the middle. And, I was really starting to get depressed. I was thinking, what's going on here? This isn't fair. This isn't right. There's something wrong. I don't know what it is. But I need to find out. I need to find out what it is. And by the way, I should mention, when I seen my doctor, they did some kind of scan of my abdomen just to make sure I didn't have cancer or a blockage or anything like that. And I was clear on that, which is good. But I was determined not to give up. I knew that something was wrong. I knew that I had to fix it. And so about an hour from where I live, there's a holistic center, a naturopath center, and there's a doctor there that I got an appointment with. And so I went there and I spilled the beans. I told him my whole story. And he was saying, please clean up your beans. Please don't be making a mess in my office. No, I'm just kidding. I told him everything. And he checked me in the way that he checked me, and he said a few things that I've heard before on this journey that I'm on. He said, you have Candida. Oh, great. You have food allergies. Oh, great. You need to get on a Candida diet and a gluten-free diet. Take some supplements and some cleanses. Oh, great. I've never tried this before. But of course, I was paying the money and traveling, so I wanted to be compliant. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do this. So I did it. I did the protocol for a few months. And again, like when I was on the strict, bland, boring diets, my gut issues were like, let's say they were like a 7. Yeah, on the diet, it's like a 7. Off the diet, like a 10. So there's a little bit of relief, but what I was looking for was healing. I was wanting to heal in the sense that I didn't have these gut issues at all. You know, that's what I was looking for. That these diets, these supplements, these cleanses, these protocols, these practitioners would help me figure out what's going on, and so I can heal. I can actually heal so that I can be a normal person again and eat regular food. Not junk food like all the time, but sometimes we all like junk food. My junk food, my weakness is Taco Bell. Every now and then I get a hankering for that, and I gotta go get it. Back then, when I ate Taco Bell, I was messed up for days. Almost anything off the diet for days. Even on the diet, it still wasn't, it really wasn't that good. And so I decided to go ahead and do what this holistic doctor said. In a few months, I went and seen him, and he said, are you getting better? And I said, I think a little bit, but not a real lot. I'm still having some issues. And then he checked me again using kinesiology, like a muscle testing kind of technique. That's what he did. That's how he diagnosed. But within several months, as time went by, I lost weight, like I was skin and bones. I felt like maybe all these minerals and supplements and vitamins, I have to be healthier. Maybe other parts of my body are healthy. But, you know, my gut, the main thing I'm working on, isn't healthier, isn't healed. Still have these issues every single day. Still can't go out on a date. Still can't go out with my friends. Still, if I go out with family or friends, if I do, I got to know where all the bathrooms are, because I'm going to be going there sooner or later, especially after eating something. In fact, anytime I did go, before I would get in the car to go somewhere, even if I didn't have to go to the bathroom, I would go to the bathroom and try to go. Like it was really taking a toll on my mind. And so that's where I was at this point. And I remember I was starting to think to myself, you know, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. If I'm going to always have these gut issues, I'm not even sure if I want to live that long. And to somebody on the outside, to somebody that never had gut issues, you can't understand that. You're thinking, what are you talking about? But for those of you who have had gut issues, who have had any kind of GI issue for months or years or your whole life, no matter what kind it is, how long you've had it, how severe it is, you know what I'm talking about. You have anxiety, you have stress because of your GI health. It takes a toll on you, on your energy, on your body, on your weight, on you financially, on your relationships, your social life, on you going out there for your job, for your vocation. Some of you can't even work, it's so bad. And your energy levels, and you have the brain fog. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. So you know what I'm talking about. And I was at that point, and I was looking around, and I was seeing my friends and family and even strangers and people that didn't look as healthy as me. In other words, these people, they weren't on all these supplements. They weren't on these multivitamins and these pills to cleanse out your GI tract and on these enzymes and probiotics and these diets that's supposed to give you ultimate health. They weren't on them. These people, they took antibiotics, they ate white bread, they ate white rice, they had sugar, they had dairy and gluten on a daily basis. And yet, maybe every now and then they'd have a bad trip to the bathroom, but for the most part, they're okay. They don't got all these issues that I have. They don't have the chronic, gut pain and the gas and the bloating and the cramping and the rumbling and the liquid stools and going to the bathroom 7 to 10 to 12 times a day with irregular stools. And they're not canceling with friends and family. It's just not fair. I was so angry. And any time I was with people and I'd start to eat something, right away my stomach was rumbling and off to the bathroom I went. It just wasn't fair. I did everything right. I checked all the boxes. These people around me, they didn't give a crap. And yet, they're healthier than me. Their GI health is better than mine. They're able to eat those foods. I'd watch these people and think, okay, maybe they're going to run to the bathroom. They'd eat these foods, fried foods, sugary foods, gluten foods, dairy foods, not running to the bathroom, sitting there talking, having a good time, not worried about it at all. And here I am, skinny person, eating celery and carrots and just this healthy food, but couldn't even keep that up. Go running to the bathroom. It just wasn't fair. I was very depressed, very frustrated, and I was praying about it, just thinking, man, I was thinking, God, I need some answers here. This isn't fair. I can't get much skinnier. I've seen all these people. I've tried all these protocols. I took all these supplements. It sucks. And some of you, you're in that same boat. You're in that same boat. But then something happened. I found out about a protocol, and then one day, everything began to change. I learned about a protocol, about some information, about some knowledge, about gut health, and ultimately about health, the whole body. But the thing is, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. So this information was so out of the box from what I'm used to, because when I think about gut health, I think about probiotics, I think about digestive enzymes, I think about diets, I think about eating fermented food and vegetables, I think about staying away from processed foods and fried foods. Some of you may think about that. You may think about a medicine or a surgery or something like that. But this information that I learned about, I shut it off. I was listening to somebody introduce this protocol, this new way of looking at gut health, because this person I was listening to, they've struggled with gut health. I think Crohn's. They had Crohn's for many years and spent all kinds of money and did diets and everything, and they didn't get better. But when they said what they said, it blew me away, and I wasn't able to accept it. My mind was closed. But then as a week went by, I was thinking to myself, what do I got to lose? I've done all these things that I believe in that should give me a perfect gut microbiome, perfect GI health, but it didn't. And so I decided, I'm going to listen to this information with an open mind. I'm going to open my heart and really listen to this protocol and really consider it and even maybe apply it to my life. So I went ahead and watched all these videos about it. I learned everything I could learn about this protocol. And I studied it and learned it. And then I started to apply it. After I learned all about it, And that's like with you. You have to learn what's really going on with your body, what your body's really doing, what it's designed to do, and what's going on. And you can learn then how to actually heal, not suppress, not treat, not mask over, but actually heal your gut issues. And so I learned this information and I decided I'm going to apply this information. So I started to apply this information. And a big thing for me was the foods. I had a lot of food allergies, especially to gluten and dairy. And so I was applying this information, and about a week after applying this information, I went out with my family to a nice restaurant. And normally I would play it safe. I would get like a salad. And that's about it. I'd make sure there was like no dairy. I wouldn't get ranch dressing. I get Italian dressing. All the croutons I would take out of my salad. So no gluten. But I decided to order pizza. I ordered pizza. I ate 3 pieces of pizza at this restaurant. And afterwards, I went up the road and I got a big ice cream cone. Now, this was something that would give me a massive flare, major symptoms for days, maybe a week. Major symptoms in the bathroom. But I wanted to test this protocol. I was thinking maybe this is going to work. It seems outside the box. I've never heard anything like this. I've never tried this. So let me try it. And I ate the pizza. I ate the big ice cream cone. That night, I had 0 gut symptoms. 0. And the next day, I went to the bathroom, and for the first time in a long time, I had a regular BM. With, no gas, no bloating, no gut pain, no cramping, no liquid stools. And I was thinking, wow, this is incredible. And I told my family about it. And I think some of them believed me and some of them didn't. Some of it went over their head, or it didn't even get into their head because they're closed-minded. And that's an issue, to be closed-minded. We have to be open-minded. I had to be open-minded. But once I did that, once I tested this, put this information, this protocol to the test, and I was able to eat 3 slices of pizza, a lot of gluten, dairy, and then the ice cream, which is dairy and sugar, and probably even gluten, the cone, 0 symptoms. And that there is when my healing journey really began. Over the next weeks and months, I began to gain weight. I gained more and more weight. And because I refrained from junk food, I kind of went a little bit overboard. When I figured out that I was able to eat all these foods with no symptoms, I had pizza and I got tacos and I had sweets. Like, I really went fried food, you name it, gluten, dairy. Because I was just amazed that I was able to digest these foods and have normal BMs and no gut issues. It was like too good to be true. But it is true. Because something about me is I'm real. I'm a real person, and I look at life in a realistic way. And I realize that in this world, there's a lot of people that are trying to sell you something. There's a lot of people that tell you this is the trick to financial security. This new business, in a month you'll make $1,000, the first year $100,000, the second year $1 million. They'll give you all these little scams and techniques on how to create your own business and make a lot of money. And there's people selling books and CDs and seminars on how to cure all your family issues, how to have the perfect marriage, how to have the best relationships. And there's people selling pills and books and protocols on how to take care of all of your health issues. Because believe me, I've been down those roads. I read the books and listened to the CDs and watched the seminars on these things. And I'm here to tell you, like many of you know, many things in life are fake. They're not real. They don't work. I'm skeptical. I'm a very skeptical person. I only believe in what works. I believe in results. The pudding is in results. You know, that's what I'm about. A lot of these things out there in this life, you know, it's fake. People are just trying to make an extra money. And I'm giving you this information for free. I don't want a penny from you. I just want you to heal like I did. And I want you to share this information with your friends and family so they can heal like I did. And this technique that I used, many people, it's well known. You're going to find out in the next video. I'm gonna open up and tell you exactly what the protocol is I use. But many people out there have applied this same protocol and have healed their gut issues. They have healed. And I'm part of a community of people that have healed their gut. And other health issues too. Not beyond even your GI, but other gut issues, chronic gut issues, by applying this information, by applying this simple protocol. And that's why I'm making this video. And I know it's long, but it's necessary. It's necessary for me to give you all the details of the hell that I was in, of the story of my gut nightmares, so that you can relate, that we can relate to each other. And it's important for you to watch all these videos. If you didn't watch the first video in the series, I recommend you go back and watch it, and don't skip ahead and then come and watch this one and then watch the next one. But that's what this video here is all about. It's all about sharing with you my gut nightmares and the fact that I don't have them today. I'm 200 pounds. I've gained 50 pounds the last, really, like right now, it's been 2 years since I applied this information, since I've known this information, since I found out what's really going on with my body, how my body really works. And I made a mistake. I think I said in my one video that it was 3 years that I struggled with IBS, but really, I was looking at the calendar, and it was 4 years actually. It was 4 years. It started in the spring of 17. And it wasn't until the spring of 2021 that I started to get better. So it was actually 18, 19, 20, 21. It was actually 4 years that I had gut issues, IBS. And some of you may have had it longer than that. But this is a new day. This is the time for you to heal. To heal before you get to the point that you need a bag. Let's fix the problem. Let's do things. Let's apply information. Let's go by a protocol that actually works. Because I'm about results. I believe in results. And I've tried all these things. I've tried a little bit of medicine. I didn't have surgery, thankfully. But especially on the holistic protocol, I've tried all that stuff. And none of it actually cured or healed me like this protocol did. This protocol got me to the point that I can eat whatever I want and digest it. And go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom 1 to 3 times a day and have regular normal stools. And every now and then, if I have a mini flare, I know exactly what happened. It's like clockwork. It's like science. I'm able to look back and, okay, this is why I had this mini flare. Take care of it. Boom, we're good. We're good. So I healed. I want you to heal. I know you can heal. Please continue watching the videos in the series. Share this information with your loved ones. And let's begin to heal. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.